Hello everybody, today I'm going to make a quick brief video on some of the features for TradingView. This is to help some of the new people who are just starting to trade, or maybe they're just starting to use TradingView. As I said in our group that I'll be making the video and I'll be going over a few items such as how to customize the layout, how to set up the time zones, how to add indicators, and where to find the drawing tools such as trend lines or drawing a box or drawing a support line. And in the end, how to set up trade alerts for Godwin Algo. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so once you sign up for TradingView, this is pretty much a standard view how it's going to be with the white background. This now I'll just you can have any kind of background that you want, but I personally like to have the dark theme. So I'll just go over to this little corner right here and click on that. There is this little section right here that talks about, so we're going here first, then this section right here that talks about the dark theme. Okay. Then let's start to turn it into dark theme. There we go. All right, so there's that, and let's get started. So with setting up the language, obviously we're gonna, by default it comes with English, so unless it's somebody wants to change it, they can more than happy to change it. There are a whole bunch of different languages in there. There are a lot of shortcut keyboards, keyboard shortcuts and stuff. But anyways, let's get started on some of the things that actually I have received some questions about. So we'll get started with that. Okay, so after that, now you can see the background is in a dark theme, is black. The red candle, if you don't know, it means it's a bearish candle. Green is bullish candle. And in the end, we're going to go to this section right here, this thing right here. Click on it, go to more settings. Let's start from the top. So symbol, this is the settings and how you can set it up. Again, this is completely up to you, however you want it to look like, however you are more comfortable with it. Whatever is easier on your eyes. I'm just setting it up the way I want to set up. You see a lot of my screenshots that I share in the group. Some people did even ask me who are new for the TradingView. There's no good or bad question, but it was a very innocent question that I have. Why do my TradingView looks white and yours is black? So that's why I'm going over that. So it's completely up to you. Candles. I like to only keep everything as is. Trading session, electronic trading versus regular trading. Keep it on electronic trading. It's saying electronic trading because I'm in the ticker of NASDAQ NQ futures. If I were to be in QQQ, then it would have been extended trading. So keep it on extended trading for now. Just data for dividends. I like to keep it open. Here's the time zone question. So this is the time zone. I'm in a central time zone, and so I have to click on Chicago, but depending on wherever you are, if you're in a West Coast, California, Seattle side, then you can click on Los Angeles for your time zone. If you're on the East Coast, New York, Toronto, I believe there is also cities from Florida side, but anyways, it's the same time frame and time zone in New York or Florida, so you can select one of those time zones just so it's easier for you to understand the timing. Then we go to the second line, which is the status line. There are a whole bunch of things. Again, I have it designed to my needs. If I click on this logo, so you see this QQQ right here. If I click on it, you'll see a little logo for QQQ, which is a little mountain. I like to have less things on the chart, so I'll have it off. Title would be ticker where it says QQQ. If I click on it, it'll be gone. I like to keep it on. Chart values. If I click on it, you'll see this bar right here, which is O means open, H means high, L means low, C means close, and this is a volume, amount of volume that was on the last candle. I like to keep that in there. And then I'm not going to touch any of those things. Then we come over to scale in lines. Once again, this is going to be currency and unit, always visible. Visible over mouse. This is pretty much is very standard. We scroll down. I didn't really change anything from here. So if you want to keep it in there, you can play around with the settings. There are a lot of different settings. I'm not going to go over every single one of them. Canvas. This is another thing. So in this right here, I have the text at 14. I can increase it to 20, just if somebody likes to see it better. With the bigger fonts, I have it at 14. Depending on how big your screen is and everything. This is the place where people see and decide how they want it, how big of a text and fonts they want. So it's easier on their eyes. Pretty much that's all it is. In the second one, in the second section is trading. This is if you want to trade directly from the chart. I believe Webull is one of the brokers who just signed up with it. There are a whole bunch of brokers that you can select out. My broker is not in there. I've never really done that from here, but you can do. I personally never did that. So, and in the end, in the second section is the alerts. These are the alerts lines. And I'll talk about how to set up the trade alerts in a second. In the last one is the earnings. Events. That shows you if there's any kind of ideas that are coming up. So if I click on it, right now there's nothing. But it'll show you when the dividends are going to be paid out. So if I go over to the daily chart, you can see the little D mark for dividends. If I was on if I had some stock on it, for example, Microsoft. So then I would have this little E, which shows when is the earnings. This is the earnings right here. And the next earnings coming up is this right here. So that's on January 29th. So that's what these earnings splits, if there's a stock split happening, that's what it is. Key facts today. News, it will give you this little bar. I just don't like I don't like to have many things. It just talks about any updated news about Microsoft or any ticker that we have it on at that time. Let me turn that off. Key facts. Okay. So this was the setup for this was the section where I covered how to set up TradingView how to customize a layout. We talked about how to set up the time zone. I showed you in there. And now let's go over the indicators. Okay, so let's go over how to set up the indicators. I'm going to go back to NQ here. Move this up. So as of right now, by default, there's only one indicator that is added from TradingView by default, which is the volume. As you can see, these volume bars down here, and as you can see right here, VOL volume. That comes in by default. I usually like to have it hidden. This is a button you can click on to hide it. This is a button to click on to go into the settings, volume settings. There's a button to delete this. And this is just a little bit more to add if you want to add alerts on the indicator strategy and a whole different things. I personally like to have it hidden. Let's click on that. Now let's add the indicators. To add the indicators, you see this right here. this button right here. Let's click on that. You can search for indicators, and you can go under different tabs for different things. But and if you're for the Godwin Algo indicators, you can click on this section right here where it says invite only, because it is a invite only indicator. I have to add it for you guys individually. So that's what that is. If you would click on this section right here, but we will go ahead, and it's already, it's not gonna I'm not gonna have anything in there because this is a developer version. So I have all these Godwin Algo indicators up here along with an extra RSI one, which is, I just personally like to have it, so I include it in there. We'll go with so you should see complete suite, Godwin Algo complete suite, Godwin Algo reversals, Godwin Algo simple scalper, Godwin Algo trading channel, and Godwin Algo trendline and SR. This right here is a newer something else that I'm working on currently. I'll share that once it's been back tested, and it's I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I told them the same thing which I've told you, many of you guys before, that I only like to publish any kind of indicator or any new strategy once it's been tested, and only if it has at least 70% win rate at minimum. So anything that has less than 70% win rate, I don't like to publish that. And one thing that you can add is RSI, relative strength index. You're not going to have it how you would see it. It's not going to be in your invite only section. You will just click on this search bar right here and type RSI, and you should see it. I just have, if you click on this on any of these little star, then you'll see it. Okay, so let's go over to this. Let's add Godwin Algo complete suite, Godwin Algo reversals, Godwin Algo simple scalper, Godwin trading channels, trend lines and SR zones, and in the end RSI, which stands for relative strength index. And close this out. Now it's looking too busy, so let's hide this for now, the Godwin Deluxe complete suite, and hide this. Let's actually have it the trend lines and trading channels on for now. Okay, so now you can see the bottom of your screen will have this RSI, which is at the default setting. You would like to keep it that way, that's fine. I'll tell you how I like to have it. I just like to turn off this RSI based moving average. It's just noise, in my opinion. Again, it is just my opinion. So if you like it, if you have experience with it, please go ahead and use it. Let's go under and also one more thing. Let's remove this RSI background fill, so it can be gone. And inputs. Click on this calculate divergence. It will bring that RSI MA back. Let's turn that off. I don't like to touch anything over here. There are a lot of different strategies that you can use. I do have them, but again, this is not a tutorial on RSI strategies. This is just on how to add it. And click OK. You can change by the way, you can change the color. In order to go back to the settings, you can either, if you're using on computer, you can use it. You can double click on this line, or you can click this little arrow. You will have RSI. We will go under the settings, go style. Let's move it to white, just so it can contrast better. And let's move this to a little bit lighter color. This to a lighter color. You can change these settings. There is a trading strategy that was given to the TWT course attendees by Mr. Ali Merchant, which has been really helpful. So, but again, this is completely up to you. So this is how you set up the layout. Now, this is how the RSI is looking. You can click and move it down or up to make it bigger or smaller. You can move the pen down. Again, it's completely up to you. It will show you, again, we're looking at it on a daily chart. Let's get to more of a trading range, which is, let's do it on a 5-minute chart. Let's bring it down. We can always double click here and double click on this pen and it'll make it go. So I personally, whenever I'm looking at the RSI, I like to look at to see if there's any kind of a drop or there's a RSI divergence. I like to look at 4 hours, at least sometimes 1 hour, but most likely most of the time I like to look at 4 hours. If you look at here, I'll give you a quick example on the RSI divergence. This section, which is right here, it gave a bearish divergence signal right here, and you can see there was a slight dip. Again, the market has been super bullish right now, so it's even the dips are being bought. No dip is being followed through by bears, so which is a good thing. Market is designed to go up, and most of the time. So, but that's how this divergence works, and so yeah, using RSI divergence is it's very helpful, and I use it sometimes when I'm looking at some of the things. Now let's see if I have to create an alert on let's say 15 minutes. Let's say on a 5-minute chart, and you can set it up on any time frame. So you have, if I want to set up alert to see, I can get a long signal every time there's a long signal or buy signal that comes up. If you want to be alerted on your phone, on your email, then you need to go on a 5-minute chart. If you want a 5-minute signal. If you're looking for a 1-hour signal, you'll click on the 1-hour time frame. Then you will go under, I'll mark it. Then you will go under this section right here, this little alarm clock with the plus sign. And let's click on that. Now we have the symbol. So from here, this is a screen that comes up. It says create an alert on NQ1. Symbol NQ1. Condition, price. No. So this is where we need to work at. Work our alerts condition. So which is this section right here. It's going to say price. We're not going to you choose that. We're going to click on it. Let's say if I'm looking for a scalper, then I would click on simple scalper. You want it to be alerted when it's long or short. So you will click on long or short. These are all the default one that comes up, but these are the ones that are for this indicator. So let's click on long. Trigger only once per bar, once per bar close, once per minute. I like to keep it once per bar close. It means it's not a developing signal. It will come up only once the candle bar has been closed and the signal has been confirmed. Expiration, open-ended alerts. It means it's going to continue on giving you the alerts every time the long signal will come. If you are, you can always change it. If you want to expire, you want it to be expiring in a week, 2 days, for 1 year. I like to keep it as open-ended alerts. Nickname, you can set up any nickname that you would like. 5 minutes long signal NQ. Just like to copy and paste here. If I go under notifications, it will notify me on the app. This is something else. This is going to show me a toast notification, which is a little pop-up box that's going to come. It will send me an email, so it will go to whatever email that you have on your TradingView settings, in the profile settings. So it will email it to you as well. You can see I have it checked on all three, but you can check it on whatever you would like. If you have an app on your phone, it will notify on the app, so the notification will come to your phone as well. Okay, and let's click on create, and boom, that's it. Your alert has been created. The alert is here. You can go back to this section right here, this alert section, and oh, sorry. Just a second. You can also click on this ticker right here, and you can click on alerts. So that's there too. Okay, so that is that. And last thing, oh yeah, so let's turn all these off for now. And so this right here is a drawing toolbar. If I click on this you can see a little line. So that's where the trend line, array, info line, extended line, and a whole bunch of different drawings, including parallel channels, regression trend, pitchfork. Same thing if I go over here on the second one. These are all the Fibonacci, fib retracement, trend-based fib extension, fib channels, a whole bunch of different things right here. So this is where you would go to if you want to draw a line, if you want to draw a trend line of any kind. If I were to look at that, if you want to connect two lines together, pretty much, I mean, simple as that. This is now how to identify these lines and how to connect them. That's a whole different topic. But I mean, either way, this is how you would go. And I guess this was some of the points that I said I would go over. I have been over today with you guys on how to customize the layout, how to set up the time zones. Well, showed you that while I was customizing the layout. How to add the indicators, showed you that. I showed you where to find the drawing tools, which are these right here. And in the end, how to set up trade alerts. So this was a really quick tutorial that on all the questions that I was getting about TradingView from the people who are new to TradingView. So I decided to make a quick video on it. Hopefully that was helpful. I hope you guys have happy trading and stay profitable, guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.